Good afternoon, wonderful viewers. You are welcome once again to SKB Sports TV, and this is the Sports Couch once again, and we are talking about football. And this is Samuel Watson, and once again, let me welcome you guys back on this wonderful educative sports show. This is the Sports Couch, as you all know, and today we are talking about football once again. And I have this wonderful task of trying to, answer this question that many people have been thinking about. We all refer to Cristiano Ronaldo as the goal machine, okay? And we also know the exploits and the genius of Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini. We all know that for the past decade and a half, these two football greats, each of them can be considered as the greatest of all time, especially in the 21st century. Or you can even make a perfect argument for them in the greatest of all time. That's the GOATs argument. Can bring players in times past, Pele, Maradona, all these great players like Johan Cruyff, Alfredo Di Stefano, and all these great players in times past. And you can make arguments for Cristiano Ronaldo and also Lionel Messi as to the reason why they are the greatest of all time, okay? And it will be very valid. But today my task here is to delve deep into the issue about who is the real goal machine between Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, the Portuguese international, and also Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini, the Argentine international. At the end of this session, we will know who the real goal machine is. Now let's delve straight into it. Now, today I'm using just facts and figures, okay, and numbers, because when it's about goals and how prolific a player is, I believe numbers really count. The numbers, sometimes statistics don't always tell the true story of how a player performs, okay? I believe sometimes statistics on the facial level or on the surface level needs to be really analyzed. But for this exercise, we would have to go with statistics because it is what backs it, and we'll do a very educative analysis, and at the end of the day, we realize who the real goal machine is. As you can see, Lionel Andres Messi, his greatest Champions League goals is playing behind me, and Cristiano Ronaldo's goals to soon follow. You realize that these two greats have really taken the game of football in this generation to a different level. You see, what we love about these two is that they are not natural strikers, okay, or out and out center forwards. They both started as wingers. Cristiano Ronaldo on the left wing and Lionel Andres Messi on the right wing, okay? We all know that Messi is left-footed, Ronaldo is right-footed. That's how it is. But these two have transitioned or metamorphosized into goal machines, okay? And I'm about to read some numbers to you, and you realize that these two great players are in the conversation of the most prolific players ever in football or the game of football have seen. These two are in the conversation of the most prolific players in terms of goal scoring that the game of football has ever seen since the inception of football. And I'm talking about the recognized goals. You see, when we're growing, we all heard about the fact that Pele scored over 1,000 goals, same as Romario, both Brazilians and all that. But you realize that there are some goals that aren't recognized by FIFA. So in terms of recognized goals, you realize that Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are in the top 4. Now let's walk straight into it. Cristiano Ronaldo, we all know, is a current Manchester United player. He plied the street right from his homeland, that's Portugal, Madeira, where he was born, Sporting Lisbon. Then he got his dream move when he was spotted in a preseason match by Sir Alex Ferguson, one of the greatest of all time in terms of coaches, and he's the most decorated manager of all time, the Scottish sensational coach who in his 26-year spell with Manchester United managed to win as many as 13 EPL trophies, and he has a total trophy haul of 49 in 39 seasons. That makes him the most decorated, football manager of all time. Both club and also country. Yeah. And I believe one day I'll make a case for Joseph Pep Guardiola. The rates at which he's going, I believe all things being equal, Joseph Pep Guardiola is the likeliest manager to overtake Sir Alex Ferguson. Probably he can, hit the 50, trophy hallmark before he brings his career to an end. I'll make a video on Pep Guardiola and the reason why he's a genius and he's the likeliest candidate in terms of the current coaches to overtake Sir Alex Ferguson. But Sir Alex Ferguson finished his career right from Aberdeen to Manchester United. He finished his coaching career with 49 trophies in 39 years. So he's the most decorated. And he spotted Cristiano Ronaldo in 2003, okay, in a friendly match when Manchester United played Sporting Lisbon. And Cristiano Ronaldo dazzled. And you see, I've read biographies and also writings about legends of the game, or even Sir Alex Ferguson himself, that coach Cristiano Ronaldo, or players that played with him, and they will tell you that when he came to Manchester United in 2003, he was a raw talent. Okay, he loved these step overs, which I believe he learned from the Brazilian Ronaldo, Luis Nazario de Lima. We know that he was known for these step overs and all that, and Ronaldo, was also noticed for that. Cristiano Ronaldo I'm talking about. And he was always doing these step overs and all that, and you realize that he was a raw talent. Sir Alex Ferguson polished him, transformed him into, a very, very good prolific winger. And we all realize that his most prolific season was in the 2007-2008 season, where he scored as many as 31 Premier League goals for Manchester United, helped them win the league and the Champions League, and he had in all, I think that season he top scored the Champions League with eight goals in the Champions League. He was a top scorer, and he finished the entire season on 42 goals, which was unheard of at that time. There have been some prolific players in times past, like Henrik Larsson, Roy Mackay, and some other players in the late 90s through to the mid 2000s. But at that time, from 2007, 8 coming, where Kaka won the world best player, top scoring the Champions League with 10 goals in the 2006-2007 season with AC Milan. He won the best player in the world, both the Ballon d'Or and also the FIFA, best player. You realize that from that time coming, it was Kaka, then Cristiano Ronaldo took over, then Lionel Messi also came into the picture. From that time coming, scoring 42 goals was unheard of, and Cristiano Ronaldo achieved that feat the 2007-2008 season. And we all recall that I think Mohamed Salah was the player that broke Cristiano Ronaldo's record of 31 Premier League goals. Salah broke it with Liverpool recently, during his time with Mane and Firmino and all that. Salah, equaled it on 31 and bettered it, took it to 32 goals. But at that time, it was very difficult. In a difficult league, we all know how difficult the EPL is. For you to score 31 goals, that means that he averaged almost a goal per game, which was so remarkable. So that was his best season ever, and realized that he got his big money move 2 seasons on in 2009-10 to Real Madrid at that time, which was a world record, 80 million pounds. And in his first season, injuries tried to blight his first season at Real Madrid, where he wore the famous number 9 jersey that was worn by the legendary Brazilian player with whom he shares the same name, Ronaldo de Lima, because at that time Raul Blanco Gonzalez was on number 7, okay, and he was the Prince of Bernabeu. It was his last season, so they needed to give him that respect, and Ronaldo took the number 9 jersey in his first season at Real Madrid in the 2009-2010 season. Injuries, curtailed the number of matches he played that season, but he managed as many as 33 goals in his first season at Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo managed as many as 33 goals, which was, if you look, in his career at Real Madrid, his 9 years stint is virtually, I think, his lowest in his career. Cristiano Ronaldo, he managed as many as 33 goals in his first season at Real Madrid, but due to injuries. I remember Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 26 goals in the league. Yeah, just 26 goals in the league and you realize that injuries, made him play just 35 matches the whole season. This is a player that can play as many as 55 matches a season, but he played just 35 matches due to injury in his first season at Real Madrid, but managed as many as 33 goals. Okay, so since Raul, at the time Raul left for Schalke 04 in the 2010-11 season, Ronaldo took the number 7 jersey, the famous number 7 jersey that was worn by Juanito and Raul Gonzalez and all those great players. And Ronaldo transitioned into a goal scoring machine. And I've heard him say that Karim Mustafa Benzema is virtually the greatest striker he has played with, because Ronaldo's transition into a goal scoring machine was made possible by his telepathic understanding, or his partnership with Karim Mustafa Benzema, who at that time was so selfless, was willing to switch positions, because he was the number 9 and Benzema took the number 11 jersey in his first season, because Ronaldo was donning the number 9 jersey whilst Raul was on number 7. So when Raul left, Ronaldo took the number 7 and Benzema also took the number 9, and realized that in their 9-year stint playing together, they formed one of the best duo, like two players that understand each other. I believe Vinicius Jr. and Karim Benzema also did similar the recently ended season. But realize that Ronaldo has said that he was so comfortable playing with Benzema. You see, Real Madrid had Ruud van Nistelrooy, Raul, Higuain, and Benzema also came together with Cristiano Ronaldo. And Van Nistelrooy and Raul left, and there was a scene that Emmanuel Shea Adebayo also joined. But I realized that Ronaldo was very comfortable playing with Benzema more than all these strikers, because Benzema, draws defenders to himself, creates space for Ronaldo to, get into the number 9 position most of the time. You see that they will switch positions. Ronaldo normally starts on the left wing, but you see that they will switch positions, and Ronaldo will be the focal point, and the crosses will come inside. The linkage with Benzema and all that, and he got, a chunk number of goals playing together with Benzema. So his transition into a goal scoring machine, I believe, it started from the 2010-11 season when Raul left and he took the number 7 jersey. And at that time too, Benzema too was also key in his transition into a goal scoring machine. And we recall that Ronaldo in his second season at Madrid, which he managed over 50 games and no injuries in that season, he top scored La Liga with 40 goals. Ronaldo top scored La Liga with 40 goals in the second season at Real Madrid. Okay, and at that time it was also very, very, very much unheard of at that time. So that's how it was, and we all know that Ronaldo's record at Real Madrid is so sensational. Messi scored 50 goals in La Liga, which was also unheard of, I believe, in the 2011-12 season. I'll talk about Messi soon. But Ronaldo also managed 46 La Liga goals in the 48 La Liga goals in the 2014-15 season, and also 2011-12, which was a remarkable season for Real Madrid. Real Madrid won La Liga with 100 points, the first team in the top 5 European leagues to win La Liga, or to win the top 5 leagues with 100 points. Real Madrid were the first team to achieve that feat. It was in the 2011-12 season with Jose Mourinho, and they also scored a record number of goals up to date. Even the famous MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, couldn't break that feat. And that season, Madrid managed 121 goals, and it was a season that saw both Higuain and Benzema score 30 plus goals, and Ronaldo got, as usual, he got his 60 goals and top scored La Liga with 46 goals that season. So you realize that Ronaldo was so sensational. And he also scored 48 goals, as I said, in the 2014-15 season, just too short of Lionel Messi's 50 goals, which is a record in La Liga in a particular season. So Ronaldo got as many as 311 La Liga goals in just 292 games in his 9-year stint at Real Madrid, and his average is 1.004 in La Liga. That means that he assured Real Madrid at least a goal per game in his 9-year stint. On the average, at Real Madrid, a goal per game, 292 matches, 311 goals, and it is the fastest or the most prolific rate. Ronaldo is second to Lionel Messi. Messi finished his career on 474 La Liga goals in I think 520 matches. But Ronaldo, in his 9 years stint at Real Madrid, he scored 311 goals, and he was the fastest player to reach 100 goals at Real Madrid, the fastest player to reach 200 goals, and also the fastest player to reach 300 goals in La Liga. So you realize that he was so prolific. So he's a goal machine. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo, especially at his stint at Real Madrid, you can agree to the fact that he's a goal machine. Okay, yeah. So to 311 La Liga goals in 292 matches, averaging 1.04 goals per game, Ronaldo finished his 9-year stint at Real Madrid on 450 goals in just 438 matches. So he scored more goals than the number of matches he played in La Liga, and his total, his career at Real Madrid, he scored more goals than the number of matches he played at Real Madrid. He scored, as I said, 450 goals in 438 matches, which is an average of 1.03. And he's the most prolific Real Madrid player ever. And even in playing in Spain, his goal average, I think, is the best, even second to that of Lionel Messi. So that's how it is. Cristiano Ronaldo is a goal machine. And now, these are some of his wonderful records that he has made. In the Champions League in the 2013-14 season, where Real Madrid won La Decima with Carlo Ancelotti, that's their 10th title, winning their 9th at Hampden Park, when Zinedine Zidane gave that wonderful volley kick that won the game for Real Madrid at the expense of Bayern 04 Leverkusen. Bayern 04 Leverkusen, you realize that Real Madrid chased La Decima, their 10th title, for 12 long years, changing coaches, buying players and all that, suffering heartbreak, eliminations from the Champions League 6 years in a row from the round of 16, and you realize that Real Madrid finally won it with the Don Carlo Ancelotti in Lisbon, in Ronaldo's country, Portugal, against Real Madrid city rivals Club Atletico de Madrid, coached by Diego Pablo Simeone. And that season, Ronaldo top scored the Champions League with 17 goals, which is unheard of in the Champions League era. Is the most prolific. Benzema and Lewandowski have come close with 15 goals. Benzema last season and Lewandowski some previous seasons ago. Messi has also come close with 15 goals thereabout. But the most prolific is Ronaldo in 2013-14 with 17 goals. And it's no surprise that he's the most prolific player in the Champions League by numbers. Okay, with 183 goals in just 187 matches. 141 goals. Sorry, 141 goals in just 187 matches in the Champions League. 141 goals in 187 matches in the Champions League. He's the most prolific. Okay, and he's Mr. Champions League. I've made a video. The reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is Mr. Champions League: the most goals, most free kick goals, most appearances, most knockout goals, most final goals in the UEFA Champions League era from 92, 93 up to last season, in its 30-year anniversary or transition into the Champions League. Since 92, 93 up to date is 30 years. Cristiano Ronaldo is Mr. Champions League. We're limited to the UEFA Champions League. He holds virtually all the records, and he also has the most assists. So the most assists, most free kick goals, most knockout goals, most final goals, most appearances, and most goals. So Cristiano Ronaldo is indeed Mr. Champions League, and he's a goal machine. Okay, now at the international level, Cristiano Ronaldo is the player to have scored the most goals at the international level. When he leapfrogged Ali Day of Iran recently, and he took his tally to 117 goals for Portugal, play for Portugal. So international goals, he has 117 goals, which is the most prolific. Okay, and he has made Europe proud because the most prolific player at the international level is an European, Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. 117 goals in I think 189 matches. Yeah, so that's his record there. And now FIFA's recognized goals all time, Cristiano Ronaldo also leads. So he has leapfrogged all these great players, and Joseph Biscan, and also Pele, Romario, even the great Lionel Messi himself. Ronaldo is the player with most goals, and he achieved this record in 1,122 matches. and he has 815 career goals. 815 career goals recognized by FIFA in 1,122 matches. So Cristiano Ronaldo, I can say all day, is a goal machine himself, and he deserves that accolade. But my question is, who is the real goal machine? Now let's move on to Lionel Messi. We all know that Lionel Messi, he'll be starting his second season with Paris Saint-Germain, the Parisian club. Last season was a very difficult season for him, but Messi, right from Argentina, Rosario, where he was born, and I remember his first professional contract was signed on a napkin. And in 2000, he moved to Spain. La Masia graduated together with Cesc Fabregas, Gerard Piqué, and all these, great Barcelona players that came through the ranks. You realize that since he made his debut in 2004-2005, scoring his first goal against Albacete, and I remember one goal was disallowed wrongly by the referee, and he was assisted by the then number 10 for FC Barcelona, Ronaldinho, and a similar assist in the goal that was correctly awarded. He scored one goal assisted by Ronaldinho, and it was disallowed, wrongly, and he scored a similar goal assisted by Ronaldinho again. I think he lobbed the Albacete goalkeeper, and since he scored his first goal for FC Barcelona in 2004-2005, Lionel Messi is also, a real goal machine, or he has also transitioned, as a right winger to a real goal machine. We all know that Messi can play at any position of the front three, more than how Cristiano Ronaldo can play. Because Ronaldo, when he plays as a typical number 9, especially in his time at Real Madrid and Manchester United, he didn't really thrive well. He prefers starting on the left wing and cutting in or swapping positions with the number 9. But Messi can play as a false 9. He plays perfectly as a right winger. He can even play as a left winger, and he's so talented. So Messi too transitioned, and he's the all-time top scorer in La Liga. He played for Barcelona from 2004-2005 to 2020-2021, and Lionel Messi amassed as many as 520 games and scored as many as 474 goals, which is the most prolific or by numbers. Okay, and Cristiano Ronaldo, surprisingly, in just 9 years became the second all-time top scorer in La Liga, and hence my respect for Ronaldo is very high. And we can see Cristiano Ronaldo's wonderful Champions League goals, 10 of his great Champions League goals playing behind me. So Messi finished his career at Barcelona as the top scorer for FC Barcelona, and also as the top scorer for La Liga. So he's ahead of Ronaldo and also Telmo Zarra, the legendary great Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao striker Telmo Zarra. So Messi is the all-time top scorer for La Liga, 474 goals in just 520 matches. Okay, now let's look at some awesome records of Lionel Messi. In 2011-12 was his most prolific season, and that season he managed as many as 73 goals that season, which is unheard of. Even the great Cristiano Ronaldo, who many people tout him as a goal machine, I think his highest number of goals he has scored, let me confirm for you, the highest number of goals Cristiano Ronaldo has scored is 69, and even that one is a calendar year. Okay, calendar year. So Cristiano Ronaldo, his most prolific season was in the 2014-15 season, where he scored 61 goals for Real Madrid in all competitions. Okay, but in 2013, Ronaldo managed as many as 69 goals. I'll talk about the calendar year goals. But Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini managed as many as 73 goals in the 2011-12 season. And surprisingly, that season Barcelona lost the league to Real Madrid, and that was the season that Real Madrid won the league with 100 points. I remember Real Madrid beating Barcelona at the Camp Nou, Ronaldo scoring the winning goal, Messi also giving him that through pass, that through ball, and he rounded off Victor Valdes and slotted the ball home, and that was the game that eventually won Real Madrid La Liga, and they finished the season with 100 points, scoring a record 121 goals. And that was a season that saw Benzema, Higuain, and Ronaldo all scoring 30 plus goals. Ronaldo getting over 50 goals, and both Benzema and Higuain scoring 30 goals. Okay, plus. And that was Real Madrid's virtually their best ever La Liga season, 2011-12, which was seen by their manager Jose Mourinho from Portugal. But that season too was the same season Messi had his most prolific season. He scored as many as 73 goals. And that season, okay, was the season which Guardiola, called it, or draw down the curtains, or called it a quit on his time at Barcelona. 2011-12 was Pep Guardiola's last season. And we all know that Messi played under Guardiola for 4 seasons. That was, a trophy-laden season where they won a lot of trophies. And it was also under Pep Guardiola that Messi transitioned into a goal-scoring machine, an all-round player, but he also transitioned into a goal-scoring machine. And I remember Guardiola playing him as a false nine, and he was very, very prolific, and he thrived there. The 2011-12 season, he was played mainly as a false nine, and that was the same season that Messi scored as many as 5 goals against Bayern 04 Leverkusen at Camp Nou in the first leg of their round of 16 match. Barcelona won by 7 goals to 1. Messi, who I remember on that night wasn't that fit, but he was having some issues, some health issues, but he managed to score 5 goals. And in 2010, before that, Messi also scored 4 goals against Arsenal. So he joined the legendary list of players in the Champions League to have scored 4 goals in a single game. Dado Peso of AS Monaco in the 2003-2004 season, where they beat Deportivo La Coruna in the group stages at the Stade Louis Day at the Principality in Monaco by 8 goals to 3. Dado Peso, the Croatian striker, backed 4 goals. Ruud van Nistelrooy too is part of the players to have scored 4 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo is part. He achieved that feat against Malmo FF in 2015. But Messi scored 4 goals against Arsenal in the quarterfinals, the second leg at the Camp Nou, where they won by 4 goals to 1. I remember Nicolas Bentner putting the North London club, ahead at the Camp Nou, and Messi was angered, and he had to single-handedly, batter Arsenal and win the game for Barcelona. He scored 4 goals, and this is the highlights of that match. Yes, Messi scoring 4 goals against Arsenal. But you realize that he also scored 5. So he has scored 4 goals in the Champions League, not once but twice. 4 goals against Arsenal in 2010 and 5 goals against Bayern 04 Leverkusen, all in the knockout stages of the UEFA Champions League. And it's a remarkable record. That season, he finished the season as the top scorer of La Liga, scoring 50 goals, which was unheard of. I said Ronaldo's best is 48 in 2014-15. Ronaldo also managed 46 goals that same season, 2011-12. But Messi scored 50 goals, which is unheard of. And even in Europe, in the top 5 leagues, it's very difficult for a forward or a striker to amass as many as 50 goals only in the league. And that season, in all competitions, Messi scored as many as 73 goals. Now, going to the 2012-13 season, as I said, Guardiola left. So Tito Villanova, the late, may his soul rest in perfect peace. He was assistant coach all those years to Pep Guardiola, and when he left, he took the helms at FC Barcelona in the 2012-13 season. And that season too, Barcelona also replicated Real Madrid's Centurion record. Real Madrid had won the league with 100 points under Mourinho in the 2011-12 season. In the season, Messi scored 73 goals and top scored La Liga with 50 unheard of goals, which was unheard of. Now, the next season, and that season 2011-12 was Pep Guardiola's last season at FC Barcelona, and he left. He took a sabbatical leave for 1 year. So 2012-13, Pep Guardiola didn't coach. We all know that at the start of the 2013-14, he assumed the role after Jupp Heynckes had led the Bavarians, Mia San Mia, FC Hollywood, Bayern Munich to their first treble. And at the start of the 2013-14 season, Pep Guardiola became the head coach of FC Bayern Munich. But the 2012-13 season, where he left Barcelona and was on sabbatical leave, Barca was coached by Tito Villanova. Okay, and they also won the league with 100 points. but they couldn't score that record number of goals Real Madrid scored the previous season. That was 121. But Barca also replicated or repeated the feat of Real Madrid, and they also became the second team in Europe's top 5 leagues to have also won the league on 100 points. We all know that Juventus achieved that same feat in 2013-14 in the Serie A, winning the league under Antonio Conte his last season with 102 points. So as for them, they even passed the 100 point mark. And Pep Guardiola's citizens, Manchester City, also won the EPL, which was also unheard of in the English Premier League with 100 points in 2017-18. So these are the teams to have won the top 5 leagues with 100 points. So Barcelona in 2012-13 replicated Real Madrid's feat the previous season and also won the league with 100 points. And at the start of that season, Messi was so prolific. So 2011-12, he finished the season with 73 goals. 2012-13, under Tito Villanova, where Barca won the league with 100 points too. He scored, an appreciable, chunk number of goals. Let me confirm for you. Messi scored as many as 46 goals in La Liga, but just 4 short of his previous record of 50. Okay, and Messi that season to manage 60 goals, 13 short of the previous season where he managed 73 goals. So in the calendar year of 2012, because it started in 2011-12 season, 2012-13 season. So the calendar year of 2012, Messi broke Gerd Muller's 40-year record. Gerd Muller's 40-year record of 86 international goals. Okay, 85-86. I think 85-86 international goals. Yeah. Gerd Muller in the 1971-72 season managed as many as 86 calendar year goals. He scored 86 goals in the calendar year, played for Bayern Munich and also West Germany at that time. West Germany. And after that record stood for so long, and after 40 years, in 2011-12, Messi set a new world record, which is captured in the Guinness Book of Records, scoring 91 goals in the calendar year of 2012. 91 goals. That means 5 better or 5 more than Gerd Muller's record. So he equaled Gerd Muller's record and bettered it with 5 more goals and set the new record of 91. And as I said, Cristiano Ronaldo's most prolific goals in a calendar year is 69, of which he achieved in 2013. And the Polish, striker currently playing for FC Barcelona, the former Borussia Dortmund and also Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski, who is part of the few players to have scored at least 600 career goals. He also managed 69 goals, I think in 2020 where Bayern Munich won the league. Let me confirm. Robert Lewandowski in 2021 also managed 69 goals in a calendar year. So Cristiano Ronaldo's most prolific record in a calendar year, he shares it with Robert Lewandowski, the Polish hitman for FC Barcelona now. But Lionel Messi in 2012 scored as many as 91 goals, breaking Gerd Muller's 40-year record. So you see, Messi is also a goal machine, but it goes under the radar because of his style of play. He's more of a team player. He's more comfortable assisting, and Cristiano Ronaldo is also very prolific in terms of assisting. As I said, he's the most prolific player in terms of assists in the UEFA Champions League, just above Lionel Messi. And the funny thing is that you see, Cristiano Ronaldo wants to move to a Champions League club. We are all following the transfer market now. Because Manchester United, of which he top scored last season for Manchester United on 24 goals, they slipped out of the top 4, so they are not in the Champions League this upcoming season. They are in the Europa League, and Ronaldo wants to play in the Champions League because most of his goal scoring records or his records are in danger of being surpassed by the great Lionel Messi. Most of his records are in danger of being surpassed. You see, so I believe that's the reason why he wants to play in the Champions League team. And I hope by the end of the transfer window, early September or the end of August, Ronaldo will get a Champions League team to play for, and he'll continue in his favorite competition. Now, Lionel Messi is the second top scorer in the UEFA Champions League with 125 goals in just 156 matches. So he has played fewer matches than Cristiano Ronaldo, and he trails Ronaldo by just 16 goals. And we all know that Karim Benzema top scored the Champions League last season with 15 goals. Messi has also top scored a Champions League season with 14-15 goals before. So it's not something you put above him. And if everything goes on well at Paris Saint-Germain, having acclimatized himself to his new surrounding in Paris, I believe Messi can equal Cristiano Ronaldo's record. If he scores 15, he virtually equals him. Ronaldo is on 141, Messi is on 125, and you realize that Messi is the only player that can leapfrog Ronaldo, and he has age advantage on his side. Ronaldo is over 2 years older than Messi, and you realize that Messi is also the second the second most prolific assist provider. Ronaldo is in the Champions League, he holds the record for most assists. The second player is Lionel Messi, you see. And you realize that these two players, we are so blessed to have witnessed them. You see, Pele and Maradona, we all talk about them, but me for instance, I didn't see them play live. I've watched their videos, I've read about them, I've researched about them. I know they were great, they were goal scorers, and they were great, but it was two different dispensations. Pele played first, Maradona also played, but due to how extraordinary they were, even though they played in different dispensations, the football pundits compare them. But we are blessed to have seen or witnessed Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo play at the top level at the same time, in the same league, in the same competitions, and they've gone head to head with these goal scoring exploits and records, and it's so amazing. So Lionel Messi managed as many as 91 goals in a calendar year, beating Gerd Muller's 40-year record in 1972, and Messi managed as many as 91 goals in the calendar year of 2012. It's unheard of. As I said, Robert Lewandowski and Cristiano Ronaldo, their most prolific calendar year goals is 69. Lewandowski achieved it in 2021 last year, and Ronaldo achieved it in 2013. So Messi is extraordinary. He's out of this world. Now let's look at Messi's goals at the international level. As I said, Cristiano Ronaldo has made Europeans proud. At the international level, he's the most prolific player with 117 goals, surpassing Ali Day of Iran, who was on 109 goals for a long number of years. Ronaldo has surpassed him at the international level, 117 goals. He's an European, followed by the legendary Ferenc Puskás, who scored 84 goals in 85 matches. He averaged almost 1 goal per game for Hungary, the former Real Madrid legend, who also has a record of 7 European Cup final goals. One day I'll talk about the legend of Ferenc Puskás. He scored 4 goals in 1 European Cup finals, where Real Madrid beat Eintracht Frankfurt by 7 goals to 3 in 1960. And even when Real Madrid lost by 5 goals to 3 to SL Benfica in 62, he also bagged a hat-trick. So 7 goals in the European Cup finals. The Hungarian goal-scoring legend, and his name is on the best goal of the season or the calendar year by FIFA, the Puskás Awards. Ferenc Puskás is the second, player for the Europeans. Okay, Ronaldo is on 107 goals at the international level for the Europeans. Ferenc Puskás, the Hungarian legend, scored 84 goals in 85 matches. That means that his goal average was 0.99, almost 1 per game for Hungary. Then Robert Lewandowski, the current striker for FC Barcelona, the Polish, sensational striker, who is on 598 goals, or even 600 if you look at his early career at the lower divisions in Poland. Robert Lewandowski is part of the few players to have scored 600 career goals. Okay, and you realize that he's third, the most prolific European on the international level. He's on 76 goals. Okay, now, so the all-time record for most international goals is Cristiano Ronaldo. He leads Ali Day. But for the Europeans, as I said, it's Ronaldo, Ferenc Puskás, Lewandowski. Okay, Ronaldo on 117, Ferenc Puskás on 84, and also Lewandowski on 76. Now, if we go to South America, all these great players, the legendary Gabriel Batistuta, Batigo of Argentina, Maradona, you realize that all these great players, Mario Kempes, when you go to Brazil, you all know of Garrincha, Zico, Pele, Neymar in recent times, Luis Nazario de Lima, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Adriano, Kaká, and all these great, South American players. Luis Suarez of Uruguay. We have all these great Chilean players. We have Carlos Valderrama for Colombia, James Rodriguez, Edinson Cavani, Diego Forlan. You see all these great and prolific, strikers or forwards or players that South America have produced. Lionel Messi is also the most prolific player from South America on the international level. He's on 86 goals on the international level. And if you look at players with most goals on the international level, Lionel Messi is fourth behind I think this Ali Day of Iran. Cristiano Ronaldo comes first, 107. Ali Day of Iran, 109. And this Malaysian player, the Lionel Messi, is fourth with 86 goals. Let me confirm. Yeah, Mokhtar Dahari from Malaysia. On the international level, he scored as many as let me confirm for you. So Lionel Messi is the fourth most prolific player on the international level, behind Cristiano Ronaldo, who is first, behind Ali Day of Iran. So Ronaldo 117, Ali Day of Iran 109, then Mokhtar Dahari from Malaysia. You see, people will say, who is this player from Malaysia? But he's recognized by FIFA, so we have to give him the credit. Mokhtar Dahari from Malaysia bagged as many as 89 international goals, and Lionel Messi is fourth with 6 international goals. And we all know that Ferenc Puskás, as I said, he managed as many as 84 goals in 85 matches. And if you look at the goal average, he's the most prolific here. Same as some Japanese player and all that. Yeah. But Robert Lewandowski too is coming up. And you see, he's younger than Messi and Ronaldo. So if let's say their career starts to dwindle, which is normal, the law of diminishing returns, and it's normal as age catches up with you, I believe Robert Lewandowski can also make exploits on the international level. Even though he's playing for Poland, he's as prolific as ever as playing for any of these top national teams. So Messi is the fourth all-time top scorer on the international level, and he's the most prolific South American player on the international level. He has the most goals in CONMEBOL at South America, okay, with 86 goals. But on the international level, he's behind Cristiano Ronaldo 117, Ali Day of Iran on 109, Mokhtar Dahari from Malaysia, who also scored 89 goals, and Messi is fourth with 86. So Messi is also very prolific, and we know that he has played fewer matches as compared to Cristiano Ronaldo at the international level too. So people don't see Messi as a goal machine, but by the time I bring my submission to an end, you will know who the real goal machine is. Now, Messi has played 974 matches, okay, in his entire career. 974 matches in his entire career, and he has managed as many as 769 goals. Messi has managed as many as 769 goals. He's the top scorer for Barcelona in La Liga, okay, with 474. Messi is the most prolific player in a calendar year, 91 goals in 2012. A season in La Liga, he's the most prolific, scoring 50 goals in 2011-12. Messi scored 5 goals against Bayern Leverkusen and 4 goals against Arsenal. He shares the joint all-time record for most hat-tricks in the Champions League with Cristiano Ronaldo, his rival. 8 hat-tricks in the Champions League. Messi is the second most prolific player in terms of assists, in the Champions League. And Lionel Messi also shares the record of back-to-back Champions League hat-tricks with Cristiano Ronaldo, Robert Lewandowski, and Karim Mustafa Benzema, who achieved that feat last season, scoring a hat-trick against PSG and Chelsea. So only 4 players have scored back-to-back hat-tricks in the UEFA Champions League history. Is Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Robert Lewandowski, and Karim Benzema. So Messi shares all these great goal scoring records. Okay, so let's break it down and let's see who the real goal machine is. As I said, Ronaldo is the most prolific player, FIFA, and let me walk through that record. Most recognized international goals, or most recognized goals, career goals, Cristiano Ronaldo is leading with 815. Now Joseph Biscan, okay, Joseph Biscan is the second, okay. We all know that Joseph Biscan was also prolific, and Cristiano Ronaldo leapfrogged Joseph Biscan, I think, was it last year or so? Yeah, Joseph Biscan, the Australian football, legendary goal scorer. Realized that he also finished his career with 805 goals. So Ronaldo has 10 more goals than Joseph Biscan. Then Romario from Brazil scored 772 recognized goals by FIFA in his career. Lionel Messi is fourth, 769 goals in 974 matches. Okay, and Cristiano Ronaldo is on 815, who is the most prolific player with most career goals. But he achieved that in 1,100, okay, and 22 matches. That means that Ronaldo has played as many as let's do the calculation. Ronaldo has played as many as 148 matches, more than Leo Messi. Okay, Ronaldo has played as many as 148 matches, more than Leo Messi. Yes, you see, but he leads Messi a little over 45 goals, getting to 50 goals, but he has played 48 matches, more than Leo Messi. Okay, so that's how it is. That's how it is. So let's look at the goal average. As I said, it's based purely on statistics. So how do we find how prolific a striker is? You get to know how prolific a striker is not by the number of goals he has scored. Yes, you hold the record. If the world ends, or if we are looking for the numbers on the facial level, the player with the most goals is touted as the most prolific. But if you want to know how prolific, in real terms, a player is, you have to, divide the number of games, the number of goals divided by the number of games you've played. That's the goal average. Messi, okay, in his career, we all know, is on as many as 769 goals. As I said, Messi is on 769 goals, and you realize that he achieved that feat. Okay, Messi achieved that feat in just 974 matches. Okay, if you can excuse me for just some few minutes, I'll be back with you soon. So if you look at the goal average, you realize that Messi is one prolific player. If you divide 769 divided by 974, Messi has a goal average of 0.789 in his entire career. 0.789, which can be rounded off to 0.79, almost 0.8 goal average per game in his entire career. Now Cristiano Ronaldo is on 815 goals, which is the most recognized goals, by FIFA career goals. He's a player with most international goals and all that, and he's an European, making the Europeans proud. As I said, Messi is the most prolific player from CONMEBOL, South America, but Ronaldo has played as many as 148 more matches than Messi, so 1,122 matches. So if you divide 815 divided by 1,122, you realize that Cristiano Ronaldo's goal average is 0.726, which can be rounded off to 0.73. So Messi's goal average in his entire career is 0.79, and Ronaldo's is 0.73. So Messi has a better goal average than Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, now let's come to assists, the number of assists, because in as much as you scoring goals, providing for others to score also betters your statistic in terms of goal contribution, or even how you help your team to get goals. Because if you score and you also assist, you are helping your team to get goals. And we are talking about a player who is a goal machine. So the goal machine, in my estimate or in my view, is not just you scoring. It can also be to liken with your goal contribution, also providing for others to score. So Messi is the player in football history to have provided the most assists for his teammate to score, or his teammates he's playing with to score. The player with most assists in football history is Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini, currently playing for Paris Saint-Germain, the Argentine player, who I said is the most prolific, 974 matches. Now Cristiano Ronaldo is not a player that people tout him to be how will I call it, an assist provider. As I said, people refer to him as a goal machine. As I said, he's the player with most assists in the Champions League, followed closely by Lionel Messi. And at Real Madrid, if you look at Real Madrid, their all-time top assist providers, he's just second to Karim Mustafa Benzema. This is a player that started his career as a winger or even an attacking midfielder, hence his number of assists. But because he transitioned into a proper goal scoring machine or a forward, even now people view him as a center forward. That's why people don't normally appreciate the number of assists he provides for his teammates. He's the second all-time top assist provider at Real Madrid, and he's the fifth all-time top assist provider in the world, in football history. Lionel Messi, as I said, is on 368 assists, followed by Thomas Müller of FC Bayern Munich in Germany. Very, very good player. I just love him. And he's also a midfielder, but he's part of the few players to have bagged 50 goals in the Champions League as an attacking midfielder. Okay, or sometimes a second striker. Very, very good. The German player, who's also a World Cup winner, Thomas Müller, is second in the list of players with most assists in football history. Thomas Müller is on 287 assists. Now, Luis Suarez Alberto Diaz, people don't know. Sometimes people think Suarez is only about goal scoring, and sometimes because of his his controversies, biting people in Holland, in England, at the world stage, Giorgio Chiellini denying Ghana of that goal with his hand and all that, most Ghanaians hate Luis Suarez, and they don't appreciate how good of a forward he is. He was so prolific, right from Penarol in Uruguay through to Ajax Amsterdam, came to Liverpool, to FC Barcelona. In a short stint, he scored so many goals for FC Barcelona, and he's part of their most prolific players, the top 3-4. Luis Suarez is part of it, and even helped Atletico Madrid win their second La Liga title under Diego Simeone since 2013-14. They won it at the expense of Barcelona and Real Madrid in 2020-21, where he was their top scorer. And aside goal scoring, he's also very prolific in terms of laying the ball down for his teammates to score. So Luis Suarez Alberto Diaz, the Uruguayan hitman, who is part of the greatest strikers of all time in his generation and even in football history. Luis Suarez is on 277 assists. Okay, then Cristiano Ronaldo comes fourth with 272 assists in his career. Then Angel Fabian Di Maria, one of my favorite Argentine players or in this generation or this dispensation, aside Lionel Messi. You realize that Angel Fabian Di Maria, virtually as a Madrid fan, he was our best player in the 2013-14 season, where Ancelotti played him just behind the famous BBC Bale, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo. He was played in midfield together with Luka Modric and Xabi Alonso, and that season he was our best player. In the Champions League finals, I remember him providing an assist for Gareth Bale to put Real Madrid ahead in extra time in Lisbon in that 4-1 win over Atletico Madrid. And you realize that he's Paris Saint-Germain's all-time top assist provider. We all know that he's currently with Juventus. He's left PSG, but when he left Real Madrid, Manchester United to PSG, he became their all-time top assist provider. And even in terms of goal scoring in PSG, he's the 9th all-time top scorer in PSG. So he's also a complete forward. Okay, and he is the fifth player with most career assists, 267. So Cristiano Ronaldo is on 272 career assists. Lionel Messi is first, as I said, with 368. So you realize that Ronaldo is fourth on the list in terms of all-time, top assists, providers in your career in football history. This is in football history. So that's how it is. So you realize that Cristiano Ronaldo is also prolific in terms of laying the ball down for his teammates to score, but people don't view him in that area. So now what I want to do and conclude is that let's add the number of assists to the number of goals, then you divide it by the number of matches you've played. Then you know who is more prolific in terms of goals contribution. We know that in terms of goals, just goals, Lionel Messi has played fewer matches and his goal average is 0.79, which is better than Cristiano Ronaldo's 0.73. Okay, now in terms of goal contribution in your career, okay, Lionel Messi, let's do the calculation and let's end soon. Lionel Messi is on 769 goals and he's bagged as many as 368 career assists, which is the most. So if you look at this goal contribution and you divide it by the number of matches he's played, 974, you realize that Messi is on 1.167 goals per game in his career. 1.167, which is even more than one. So if you have Messi in your team, no matter where he's playing, you are short of a goal. You are just assured of a goal. 1.167, which can be rounded off to 1.17, and in terms of only goals is 0.79. But in terms of goal contribution, goals plus assists divided by the number of matches you've played is 1.17. Let's look at Cristiano Ronaldo. He's on 272 career assists, which is fourth in the all-time record, and he's on 815 goals in his career, which is the best ever in football history. Also on 117 goals, in that 815 goals, he's managed 117, goals at the international level, which is also the best. So 272 career assists plus 815 goals gives you 1,087 goals. And if you divide it by the number of matches Cristiano Ronaldo has played in his career, which is 1,122, you realize that Ronaldo is on 0.968 goal contribution per game, which can also be rounded off to 0.97. That's almost one goal. 0.97, but Messi is on 1.17. So there you have it. Putting all these statistics together, putting everything together, I believe it goes under the radar, probably because Messi, for me, I see him as more of a team player. With all due respect to Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi is more of a team player than Cristiano Ronaldo. He involves himself more in the play. Hence his number of assists, 368, which is the most in football history. But as the fourth all-time top scorer, like a club in your club career, fourth also in terms of the international goals, the most prolific player from CONMEBOL at the international level, a player to have scored 91 goals in the calendar year 2012, breaking Gerd Muller's 40-year record, which he set in 1972. Messi has 8 hat-tricks in the Champions League, back-to-back hat-tricks in the Champions League, which is a record he also shares with Ronaldo, Benzema and Lewandowski. 8 hat-tricks in the Champions League, as I said earlier, is a joint record he shares with Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the second all-time top assist provider in the Champions League, the second all-time top scorer in the Champions League, trailing Cristiano Ronaldo by just 16 goals. Messi is the all-time top assist provider in La Liga, the most prolific player in La Liga, 474 goals, and he scored as many as over almost 700 goals for FC Barcelona. I think 683 goals. So if you put all these things together, he is on 0.79 goal average in his career, which is higher than Cristiano Ronaldo's 0.73, and Messi has a goal contribution average of 1.17. That means that he's so prolific. So there you have it. I believe the real goal machine is not Cristiano Ronaldo per these statistics. On the facial level, going only by the numbers without analyzing it, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, and everybody knows the numbers are for him. But the real goal machine, that's why I'm asking the question, the real goal machine a player that really assures you goals on the average, putting everything together, is Lionel Andres Messi. And he's 2 years younger than Cristiano Ronaldo. And if all things be equal, if they are all to play to a certain number of years, or if Messi plays these 2 years after Ronaldo has retired, I believe Messi can leapfrog Ronaldo, and Ronaldo's goal scoring record is in danger of being surpassed by his long-time rival Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini. You see, Ronaldo is on, as I said, 815 goals, and Messi is on 769 goals. Okay, a difference of just 46 goals. And Ronaldo has played as many as 148 matches more than Messi, but he leads Messi by just 46 goals in his entire career. So Messi is a real goal machine. 1.17 goal contribution per game, 0.79 goal contribution per game to Cristiano Ronaldo's 0.97 goal contribution per game and 0.73 goal contribution per game. So Messi is a real goal machine. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and stay tuned for upcoming educative and interactive, sports, analysis and shows on the Sports Couch. Just subscribe to SKB Sports TV, both on Facebook and on YouTube, and enjoy these educative sports programs. This is where we draw the curtains today, and there you have it. Cristiano Ronaldo is a goal machine, but Lionel Andres Messi Cusitini from Argentina, currently playing for Paris Saint-Germain, the FC Barcelona legend, is the real goal machine, not Cristiano Ronaldo. But we are blessed to have witnessed both players play, and I'm so blessed. And as I said, arguably each of them can make an argument as to the reason why they are the greatest of all time, both in their generation and also in football history. But Lionel Messi is a real goal machine. There you have it. 0.79 goals per game in his career on the average, and also 1.17 goal contribution in his career. So Messi is the real goal machine. Bye bye, and see you some other time.